Okay, we can get started for this month's meeting. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Island Oasis' first town hall meeting of 2015. First thing I'm going to do is introduce myself and my staff. We have some missing today. I'm Sugar Paolino, a co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. My job here is to take care of everything in world. My partner, real life husband, the other co-owner, co-founder would be Damian Paolino. He takes care of all of the techie things. He takes care of the coding, everything that makes Island Oasis run. Then we have Will Paolino. He is our region support director. He takes care of all of our freeland, any region issues. You'll see him popping in and out of your land, checking to make sure everything is working correctly. He's your first point of contact for any land issues that you're having. Who is not here is Sophia Paolino. She's not able to make it today. She is on my executive staff, and she is the marketing director. She takes care of all marketing issues and things for Island Oasis. So moving on, we will start with our grid stats. Grid stats. Active regions are 220. Total residents is 8,627. Total logins for the last 30 days is 5,752. And unique logins for the last 30 days is 911. And now we will go to our new members. In December, we had 206 new members in Island Oasis. Today is January 4th, and we already have 35 new members just within the last 4 days. So still continued growth. We get at least 200 or so every month for new members. So always great to see new faces here. Okay. One thing I wanted to talk about is kind of a contest that we're going to run. And this will be for all members of Island Oasis are eligible for this. Let me grab out my note card here. Bring a friend membership drive. What this is we want to help make it more of a community for our members. So we're going to have a contest, and it's going to be a 90-day contest. What you do is you bring in your friends. It's like a referral program, but there's bonuses. If you bring in 1 to 9 new members, you'll get 250 Paolinos a month for the next 3 months. 10 to 15 new members, you'll get 500 Paolinos a month. 16 to 20 new members is 750 Paolinos a month. 21 through 25 new members is 1,000 Paolinos a month. 26 through 30 new members is 1,250 Paolinos a month. And 30 plus, you will get 1,500 Paolinos a month. There is also a bonus. This will be a contest for 90 days. 3 months, sorry. At the end of 90 days, If you bring over 30 plus new verified accounts into Island Oasis during 90-day period, then you're eligible to win an elite region for free for 3 months. For the first 3 months, you don't pay a thing. There will be no covenant. So you could do a club, a mall, you could do what you want on that region at no cost for 3 months. All of these accounts will be verified. Yep, I will be defining that. Because what I don't want is for someone to try to make all these alts and you put your name in it and you're going to win. Wrong answer. We have ways of checking all of this stuff so each account will be verified, which means no alts and only one per household. So you can't have, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, everybody trying to join. That's not going to be active members here in IO. So all accounts will be verified. Yep, go ahead with your question. What if I bring 30? But you guys are not in the same household, correct? You have your house, she has her house. I know Zoe's your real life mom. She is in. Then that's fine. It's okay if, you have your real life mom or your real life dad or real life sister, brother, whatever. It's just living in the same dwelling, the same house. Because unfortunately, by doing that, that leaves open the people who are looking to just game this system. It won't happen because we know the same. And that would be how you choose to bring new people in. I mean, even though you guys have like the same friends, know the same people, that's okay. Obviously, they can't be duplicates. They can only have one account, can have one name. Try to branch out, and we would share anyways. Yeah, how you guys do it, that would be up to you. What they would have to do is when a member signs up, they must list your name at the time of account creation. So when they are creating their account, they have to put your name in the referral part. If they don't, it will not count towards your recruitment total. So you can't come by later and say, oh, this person and 7 other people, they were supposed to put my name in there and didn't. It can't work like that because, again, a lot of people will game the system, and that's not what this is about. This is about building a community, a network of friends here in Island Oasis. So that way when these new people come in, they already have a friend here. So it's not like they're just landing on a grid, not knowing anybody, not knowing what to do or who to go to. That is the purpose for this. So let's spread the word. I'm going to have this down at the welcome zone. There's going to be a sign with a note card on kind of the details of the do's and don'ts. And we'll be keeping a tally of all of the referrals that come in, which is starting today. This program starts today. Go ahead.
I'll throw out there too that they must actually log on to the grid at least once to be counted. So even if they put your name in the referral box, which will be made available on the registration page today, they still must actually log on to the grid at least once to be counted in your referral total. And when they put the referral name in, make sure it's the avatar name, your avatar name. I don't want your real name.
IO's avatar name.
The IO avatar name, right. So when you bring someone in and they put your name down so that you get credit for that referral, I don't want them to put your real name down, put your avatar name down.
If you're referring some of your friends from SL, that's great. Make sure they put your IO name. So if your name is different in SL, and they give me your SL name, and I look in here and there's nobody by that name, yeah, there's going to be no credit given. So it is a really great way to help IO grow and to make this a great community for all of our members. Okay, moving on. We have started just recently a G Plus community. I don't know if any of you have G Plus accounts or are involved in that or not. We do have our Facebook also. But Facebook algorithms are kind of changing. So we're starting to do the G Plus community along with Facebook. If you, okay, take care, Diana. If you are a part of the G Plus community, look up Island Oasis and join our group. You're able to post things in there, events, pictures, just, stop in, say hi. You'll be able to stay up to date with things that we're doing on the grid. For those of you who don't do Facebook, that's another great way to keep up to date. Like town hall meetings, we record them and we'll be posting them in our YouTube channel, Facebook, G Plus community. So definitely a great place to stay involved with things in IO. I do have a special projects team that I am looking to get at least 10 active members in that special projects team. I don't want to start any projects until I get 10 people. So if you are a designer or anything where it's all your original content and you would like to be part of the special projects team, shoot me an instant message. I could tell you more about it. Some of the special projects teams, the Welcome Zone was built by the special projects team. They get special recognition. They also get parcel land, 2,000 per parcel land on our staff land to use as their residence for as long as they are on the special projects team. The special projects team is a team that's handpicked by me. So no offense if you res a box and, you think that's a build. We're looking for, the wow factor. So if you're a good content creator, just shoot me an IM and I can give you all of the details for that team. Now, I get a lot of questions wondering what to do when your free 60 land day period ends. We have multiple options for members to still be able to have a home here in IO. Obviously, the free land is for 60 days, not consecutive. It goes by 7-day increments. But once your 60 days is done, you will no longer be eligible to have a parcel on free land. So some of the options that you have. We have different regions that you're able to buy from the grid, starting from an elite region with no covenant at $65 a month. Our economy region is $35 a month. And we also sell our mainland, which is a quarter parcel, or a quarter sim. That's the word I'm looking for. Yep, quarter sim. That is only $11 a month. So we have land here that should be able to fit most everyone's budget. We also have landowners that rent parcels or they rent regions. For those, you would simply do a search, and they're out there. Another thing we have is my staff. For the mentor position on my staff, you are allowed a 2,000 prim parcel on my staff land. For as long as you remain a mentor, you're allowed to have that as your home. Again, that's for residential, not for commercial or anything else. It is just for your residents. So there are multiple options for residents to be able to set home and have a home. For those who do not want a home at all, they can't afford it and don't want to be on the staff land, we have other regions out on the grid that are public regions. And you can, as long as you're part of that group, you can always set home to there, which would be Damien and Shug Social Club, Blue Water Nude Beach. We have our Garden Oasis, multiple regions that if you do not pay for a home, that you can just simply set home to one of the public regions.
Obviously, with doing that, though, you're limited in what you can do, but at least you have a place to land when you log on to the grid. Obviously, you can't terraform, you can't change the media stream, those sorts of things, because it's not your land, but it does allow you a place to land when you log in.
So that takes care of what I had to talk about for this meeting. So I will bring up Damien. At the end of the meeting, we will open up for questions. Damien?
Hello, everybody. Let me get myself situated here. 1 second. Okay. Hello. How's everybody? Glad you could all make it. Kind of a sparse group today, but we just had the holiday, so maybe everybody's nursing a hangover. Who knows? We had a busy New Year's. We had a grandbaby on New Year's Eve, so that was exciting for us. So we've been busy this past month. We had 2 grandbabies in December. My son had a son, and my daughter had a daughter. So it was an exciting 30 days. So yeah, you can't hear me. Turn me up. Maybe check your speaker volumes and turn me up. So first thing I want to talk about real quick. Thank you, everybody. It was great. It was a great way to start the new year. I just want to talk about a couple things. First thing I want to talk about is the Facebook app. We officially released that, and I've posted links to it on Facebook. I believe we posted links to it on G+. I will be putting a link to it on our website as well, because it can run as a Facebook app, but you can also run it externally. It's not a viewer. It doesn't render 3D in-world content, but what it does do is it allows you to connect to the grid, talk to your friends, check your transaction history, send money to other people in world, look at the grid statistics, look at the Twitter feed, look at the events coming up. and so on. So it's a way to be present on the grid if, in the event that loading a viewer and running a viewer, sorry, my dogs are going nuts. Running a viewer is not a possibility for you. A good example of that would be my real life job. My real life job, they have on the network, they have certain ports blocked. And as a result of that, those ports are mostly gaming ports, and obviously gaming ports would include any virtual world. So I cannot, even though I can have the viewer installed on my computer, and I can run a viewer here at home, I can't do it from my office. So the viewer or the web app is a way for me to be connected to the grid and talk to people and respond to questions and be present here even if the viewer is not a possibility or an option for me. Other people have issues with, maybe their computer, they're having issues, or they're not at home and they still need to get connected to the grid and they won't need to talk to somebody or send money to somebody for some reason. This application will let you do it. The URL for it is, and I'll post this in local, that's the link to it. Feel free to use it. It's technically still in beta, although we did release it officially to the general public. So we are open to, issue submissions. We have a support page that you can use to submit issues if you come across a problem with it. And that link is that. So those are two important links to remember. You can also find the app in Facebook by searching Island Oasis Virtual World. So you would search Island Oasis Virtual World, and you should be able to find it and click it and get to it. So you can run it within Facebook, or you can run it outside of Facebook as well. So we would just release that, and it's a nice little tool, and we're excited about that. The other thing we'll talk about briefly is the beta grid. That's coming along nicely, and again, we will be letting people know when we're ready to start beta testing that. What else am I talking about today? Not really a whole lot. I've been busy with working on things, the Facebook app, and amongst other things here in World. Made some enhancements to the management tool for the Freeland. We'll probably be replacing those boxes in the Freeland soon, because we're going to be adding some enhancements to them to make our management of the Freeland easier for us, less time consuming, and more convenient for you guys. That's almost always the driving force behind any change we make here, is first and foremost, what's better for the member. Secondly, what is easier for us to manage so that we can do so more efficiently, and you guys are better served by the changes that we make. So that's what I've been working on, monitoring the servers. Everything seems to be working good. We're going to be working on getting some new servers, some enhancements. Another big thing coming down the pike here soon is Apache Cassandra for the inventory system. I learned about this thanks to Tranquility Dexler, who is I would say he's my counterpart over in InWorlds. He's the technical guy. He did a really great breakout session at the OpenSim Community Conference. We attended that. He did a breakout session for an hour and talked about inventory and management of that, and so I'm actually going to be taking his advice, and we're going to be implementing that product here. I'm in direct contact with the developers of that product, and they're walking us through the implementation of it to make sure that everything goes smoothly. So your guys' inventory, once this is rolled out, the end result of this is once it's rolled out, you will notice a significant improvement in speed in which your inventory loads. And that's really the ultimate goal. And for me, as the technical guy behind the scenes, it ensures that I have increased redundancy and disaster recovery capabilities in the event something would happen. And also along those lines, we've continued our data replication for all the asset data in light of what happened over an OS grid, which I believe is still offline. I'm looking at Sugar for confirmation. Yes. They're still offline. I think we're going on 4 months now. 4 or 5?
August, they went down.
They went down in August. Okay. They had a RAID array failure and lost all of their asset data, which would be crippling for any grid. In light of that event, we have taken steps to ensure that we don't suffer the same fate. So we have created a secondary repository of all the asset data here on our internal network, and also pushing all that data up to the cloud, so that in the event that we were to, something like that were to happen, then we could recover. It wouldn't take 4 months. Unfortunately, they didn't have a backup, and I think they're still working on trying to get that data recovered somehow. And we have other things in our back pocket, which I'm not prepared to talk about yet, but let's just say they will be huge for us and for the open metaverse as a whole. So we're excited about it, and we're just actively working on improving things, improving the way the grid operates, the functions, the features. For those of you who are landowners, don't forget to take advantage of the tools you have at your disposal. The power tools, what we call the power tools, which is the region manager tools. You have the ability to take backups of your own regions, to do restores of your own regions. You, as a general user or a resident here in IO, you have access to an inventory backup facility where you can download a copy of your inventory. Similar to, I think there's one other grid that has this feature. You can request a backup is created, an encrypted copy of that is available for you to download to your computer. Not for transport to other grids, but in the event that something were to happen, you could then send that file to us, and we can use that as a data source to restore data to your inventory in the event that, heaven forbid, something happened. Those tools are available to everybody here in Island Oasis. Please take advantage of them. They're here to make your lives easier. Should you encounter an issue with any of these tools, please refer back to that support.islandoasis.biz link and submit a trouble ticket. We actively monitor that help desk, and I respond to those. I respond to all of them. What's the other thing something came up? I was speaking to somebody, I'm not going to say any names, I was speaking to one of our greeters. He was a volunteer staff member who was at the Welcome Zone greeting people and doing a great job. Super guy. But he'd been here 2 years and didn't realize that we could cash out Paolinos here. His question to me was, what do I do with all my in-world currency? And I said, you could cash it out.
I say just give it to Sugar Paolino.
Yeah, or just hand it over to me. That's fine. Whatever works.
Over to me too.
Yeah, then you can hand it to Zoe, Yeah, I'm sure any one of you guys would be more than happy to help him with that problem. I got too much money. What do I do with it? You can cash it out. So my advice to you and to everybody here at the meeting and everybody watching this video, explore the website. There is a lot there. Cash outs. You can buy currency. You can sell currency. You can back up your inventory. You can do region backups. You can do scheduled region backups. If you own a region, you can say, I want to set up a recurring restart so that my sim is restarted every Tuesday at 3 a.m. in the morning while I'm sleeping. The system will do that for you. You can shop on the marketplace. That is right. Blazin, that's awesome. You can shop on the marketplace. We do have a marketplace. We're one of the few grids that has our own marketplace. And by my last count, we have over 1,400 items listed on that marketplace. So it's growing. There's a lot of content there. More and more stuff for men. Shoes, clothes, shorts, pants, hair. I mean, if you're looking for something, it's likely on there. Please take advantage of the search facilities that you have in your viewer. Search classified, search places. They both work. I know maybe some other open sim grids they don't, but they do here. So please take advantage of those. They get updated. The places tab, all that information gets updated daily. every night at midnight, Central Time, which is my time zone, and the classifieds is real time. So that stuff is there for you, and it's designed to help you find your way around the grid. All of the Paolinos have mailboxes at the Welcome Zone. Please don't hesitate to drop us a note card if you have questions. If you're having issues, the support desk is there for you too. So I think that's all I had. So I'm going to step down and pass it to Will. Okay. So thank you, everybody, for listening to me ramble on. Take care.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Not sure if you can hear me. Having a little bit of headset problems. Everybody hear me okay? Awesome. I don't have very much to go over. I want to remind everybody about the website tools. As Damien mentioned before, start, you can back up. Great powerful things you can do on our website for region orders. Another thing I'd like to go over is about the Freeland. We offer Freeland to all new members for 60 days, and as Sugar mentioned, no, they are not consecutive. 60 days total. You gotta rent those rental boxes at least once a week. Try not to let them expire. We do check them. If you let your boxes expire, we will return your items. We do that just to clean up the Freeland, to keep parcels open for people. If you're active, please, by all means, we don't want to intrude, but you gotta make sure you click on those boxes at least once a week. You can contact me for any kind of problems you have on the Freeland, or to reset your boxes if you go to vacation, things of that sort with Freeland. I can serve as your contact as that. That was pretty much all I had. Freeland, powerful tools on the website, and I will give it back to Sugar. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, Will. I know Damien wanted to come up and say a few things.
Yeah, I brain farted. I forgot there was one thing I wanted to talk about. Is the is the classifieds. We have up to this point. Okay, here's the situation, and this is a result. The change that we made is a result of the input from residents like you. So anytime you have suggestions, comments, recommendations for improvements, please know that we take those things seriously, and we do take them into consideration. We may not always implement everything that's suggested to us, but we oftentimes will, and we always talk and discuss them through. Nothing is silly, nothing is dumb. So please don't hesitate. This change we made to the classifieds was the direct result of a comment that was made to me by a resident who unfortunately is no longer here. But she did make a good point, and so I'm not afraid of admitting when, you know what, there's a better way to do it than what I'm doing. Initially, when we started the grid, classified ads stayed in place indefinitely, and the reason for that is because we don't charge for them. Like an SL, if you create a classified ad, your ad will run for as long as you continue to pay for the ad, or until you delete the ad. If you don't delete the ad, let's say you join SL and you create a classified ad and then you quit SL and you never go back, your ad will run until your account runs out of money. Then your ad goes bye-bye, okay? We don't charge for ads, so which is a good thing, but the bad side of that is that ad stays active forever, and now you've got people going to a location in world that's no longer valid, it no longer exists, and it looks bad. So in an effort to try and prevent that, what we did, up till recently, what we were doing was we were allowing ads to live for 90 days. After 90 days, we were deleting all the ads. So if the ad was 90 days old, it would delete it, and you'd have to recreate it. The idea was to keep the classified ads listing clean and mostly accurate. Okay? That was the intention. But, however, we found that some people were becoming frustrated with the idea of having to recreate their ad every 90 days. even though really is not a difficult process, it's still something that, people had to worry about and think about, and, and it's just kind of like, why should I have to worry about this? It's not my problem. So what we've decided to do is modify the system and the way it works, and this is currently live now and has been, I think, for about a month. What we do now is the ad stays live for as long as you're actively logging in. If you haven't logged in for at least 30 days, then your ads go bye-bye. Okay? But if you're logging in at least once a month, your ads stay live forever. So now the ads, let's say for Nigel, he creates an ad for his shop. I know he builds houses and he has a wood shop. He creates a classified ad. As long as Nigel logs in at least once every 30 days, his ads stay alive. If he goes away for a month, his ads go bye-bye and he'll have to recreate them. But the intention is to keep the classified ads clean so we don't run into issues where people are trying to find stuff, becoming increasingly frustrated with all the dead classifieds that are no longer accurate. And plus, by doing it this way, now you guys, the ones who are active, logging in at least once every 30 days, you don't have to think about your classifieds. They take care of themselves. So that change has been implemented. And again, this is a direct result of input from a resident. So please know that we take these recommendations and suggestions seriously. We don't dismiss anything. Obviously, if we don't feel that it's for the greater good of our residents and the grid, we won't do it. But we will always take them into consideration. So that's all I had to say.
Okay. If all Paolinos want to come up here. I know. I just felt like making you walk.
Okay, I'm back.
One thing I do want to do, which I will have it open until January 15th, I'm going to put kind of a suggestion box at the welcome zone. With that, I'm asking people to either say yes, they would like to continue to come to a town hall meeting, kind of live how we do it here, where you're able to interact, or is it easier for you guys just to watch a video and the Paolinos do a closed
recording,
and you guys at your leisure watch the recording and submit questions that you have, and then we answer them after the recording. So I will have that at the welcome zone. On the 15th, I will pick up the box and go through. Yeah, we're going to record it. But sometimes people would rather just watch the meeting rather than sitting here. So I want to kind of get what the membership is thinking. We can, and that's what this is about. Is do we have our town hall meeting like we currently do and change nothing, and everybody still is able to come, or is that not an interest for people? Because I've never really actually asked. We just started doing this a long time ago, years ago. We started our town hall meeting. In fact, I believe we were the first people.
We were the first grid to do a town hall.
Yeah,
now everybody does it. And a lot of them do it on the same day at the same time as we do.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but
first Sunday of every month, 1 o'clock.
I guess that's a positive thing.
And maybe that's a good thing. That's okay. I like being a trendsetter, so it's all good.
So anyways, I've never actually asked the members. So I am giving the members the opportunity to voice their opinion on would they rather have a closed meeting and just watch a video, or would they rather be able to participate in the meeting? So that will be at the welcome zone, along with the information again for the recruiting program, bringing your friends in. That information will be there, and that starts as of today. So please do not forget about that. It's a great way to earn money, to bring your friends in, and to qualify for a free elite region for 3 months. So at this time, I will open the floor for any questions, comments, or concerns. Unique logins. You want to take it? Okay.
A unique login is defined as a unique IP address. Every household, every dwelling that has internet has its own unique IP address. So when you log in from your residence, your IP address is recorded, and we do an ongoing 30-day rolling total of the unique number of IP addresses that have logged into the grid in the past 30 days. And it's a rolling 30 days. One day drops off, the new day comes in.
So, for example, with me and Damien being husband and wife in real life, we actually only count as one. We're not counted as two. Even though it's two separate people, two separate computers, we're only counted as one. Okay.
So does it, like, if I log in 10 times a day, it calculates it 10 times a day?
Nope, it will only
once.
log you one time in a 30-day period.
Because you log in from the same IP. Every time you log in from the same IP address.
So it's going to say I'm always logging in.
No, it doesn't say you're always logged in. It just says that this IP is logged in 25 times in the past 30 days. I'm only going to count it once. Because it's one IP address. Right. Now, in the event that your IP or your internet service provider recycles IPs, sometimes I think Verizon is one that recycles IPs every 24 hours. Then you're going to have a different IP each day you log in. But it's 6 of one, half does the other, because there's a lot of other people who they have IPs that never change. Like us, our IP never changes unless I physically go and recycle my modem. But Time Warner will continue to assign the same IP address to my location every time I log in.
Okay, and there was a question about ad space on the viewer when people log in. Do you want to talk about
Sure.
the splash page ads?
Yeah, splash page ads are, for the splash page, the ad is $10 for a 30-day run. You can also advertise on the banner on the marketplace for 5 days or $5 for a 30-day run, or you can do both. Okay, take care, Myth. Or you can do both for $12. And in order to do that, you go to the website, the islandoasis.biz website, and log in. And there's a merchant ad section where you can click on, and it explains how it works, and that's how you submit your ad right there. So it's after the 1st of January. So right now we're accepting submissions for February. So if you submit an ad today, it won't start running until February 1st, and it'll run through February, through to the end of February.
That's a great way if you're doing like a marketing push for your shop, because there's the link for them to log in at your location. It's definitely a great way to get the most exposure, because whether people, doesn't matter what viewer they're on, if they're in your group or not, they see that ad when they open up a viewer. That's right there.
Yeah, and frankly, ad space like that, with the kind of exposure it gets, $10 is dirt cheap.
Oh yeah.
It really is. And as our marketplace grows, and the marketplace gets more and more traffic, then the banner ads there for $5, that's really reasonably priced. So yeah. So feel free to take a look at that. The ad boards at the Welcome Zone are 400 Paolinos, and they are live for as long as the landmark is valid, right? If the landmark changes, then the ad's no longer valid. But it's only 400 Ps, and that's for the life of the ad.
For those boards, you would contact me. In a note card, you would put in your texture, your landmark, and then pay me 400 Paolinos. Once I get all three, then I put those up. I periodically go through and check those landmarks. If I click on a landmark and that does not take me to your shop, that's, what the logo is, I delete the ad board. So if you move your shop, you have to redo the whole ad board again. Yep, because it's all about the location. That's helping new members find places right away, and that I know they're valid landmarks.
And I know that they work because I have sat down there and I've watched new people land, and the first thing they do is they go to the ad boards.
Oh yeah, you can see their strings going from.
They go to the ad boards, they go to the kiosks, and then they're off. Yep, that's what you need to do.
I highly suggest for anybody that has a shop, definitely get one of those. If you could swing the money for the splash page ads or the marketplace ads, those are also very, very cheap ways of marketing yourself with the most exposure. We also have our Facebook group. If you have a Facebook, post in our group, post on Facebook. That's free. Doesn't cost you anything.
And I think there's over 2,000 people in that group.
We have almost 2,000 people in our
so
Facebook.
There's a lot of exposure there too. And that also serves, by posting in the Facebook group, not only are you marketing to existing IO residents, there are people in that group who are not yet IO residents.
A lot of people.
And that's something that might help them draw them in and say, wow, there's a lot of activity here. We will invite you to that group.
Charger, I believe you found us through Facebook. Isn't that how you found out about us? Yeah. I think it was either me or Damien were posting things.
And now with the advent of G+, we're going to be doing, but he's not in the group. Okay. So he must be on someone's friends list. We're going to be doing posts in both Facebook and G+, from now on simultaneously. Because my gut tells me that G+ at some point will surpass Facebook. Because of some of the changes they're making, it's not real popular with the average user. By limiting the number of people that can see your posts.
Yeah, Facebook is starting to turn, instead of being free kind of things.
Well, it just seems like they're positioning themselves in such a way where you get the feeling that they're eventually going to get to the point where we're going to say, okay, if you want everybody on your friends list to see your post, you have to boost it, which costs money. And that's, not what people want. So I'm thinking G+ might eventually take over. I could be wrong, but it's possible. Oh, let me see here. I'm going to try and do it for you. Here, hold on. Give me 1 second and I'll get the...
For the G+ page, I believe you have to have a Google account. Like a Google email.
Yeah. I will.
Or you could... Okay, you do.
Here, I'm going to post a link to the community.
Oh, okay.
G+ is Google's answer to Facebook, and it's becoming increasingly popular.
Is that to the IO's group page?
No, it's to InWorld's G+ page. Of course it is IO's.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to auction off Damien to actually the lowest bidder.
The lowest bidder.
First one.
Wow.
Kelly, no, you got him.
Feel the love, man. I tell you. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so.
You just give them away.
Yeah, right. She would too right now if she wanted.
I need shoes.
If she thought someone would actually take me.
I'd trade somebody a pair of shoes for Damien.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
Anyways, Yeah, definitely. If you see us on Facebook, like us, share us, let everybody know. Comment on things. Let's get everybody to know about Island Oasis. Let's get a great community in here. I want to start boasting to everybody and bloggers and everything about, hey, look at our community. This is the result of our members. You bet.
It really is all you guys. Probably say Happy New Year, guys.
Oh, that's right.
Moving,
She's
driving.
moving. Happy New Year, honey. I hope your move is going good.
Oh my gosh, she's moving from Colorado to Florida. That's
Yes.
awesome. That must be awesome because moving the opposite direction would really suck, I think.
Tell her that she needs to bring some of that Florida sunshine up here in Wisconsin where we are.
Read what Hannah said. They ran into a blizzard in Texas. Wow. That would be awesome. A geek convention. If you need any information or materials, if you need any information or materials for that, let us know. Contact me, contact Sugar, or contact Sophia, and we can provide you with, things that you can use.
I don't know what we could do, but I'm the coordinator of the event, and it is like a geek thing, so this would fit in pretty well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're geeks. I'm geek.
I mean, I'm not a geek, but Sugar is.
Oh my God.
So she'll fit right in.
You are all gamers. You are all geeks in some form.
Oh,
you're all.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And proud of it.
That's okay. Geeks shall inherit the earth. Isn't that what they say?
Okay, so are there any more questions, comments, or concerns? Going once?
I want to say something I forgot to mention.
Oh, go ahead, Will.
We have the best sim, that's all I have to say.
I did forget to mention about the free land. Each parcel is only allowed 280 prims. Please watch that prim count. You cannot go over. If you go over, you'll be getting a little IM from me asking you to remove the problem or fix the issue. But just remember to always check your prem count, and it is listed on the rental boxes themselves.
Yeah, and you can always update that. I think the tenant can click the box, and then there's an option to check your prim limit or check your prim count, and you can do that just so you can be doubly sure.
Okay, again, I would like to thank you all for being part of Island Oasis. Me and Damien could put as many regions down as we want, but you guys are what makes Island Oasis possible. So let's get our community close together, and I will see you all around at I.O. Have a fantastic evening. Bye.
Okay, guess back to work. Oh, I got good news.
Oh, what's that?
I got full perm script and for